Okay, now it's time to knit the thumb of our mitten. So we're going to take our working yarn and we're going to pull it through the thumb hole here and out the bottom of the mitten. This is going to help with tension later on. And then you're going to take the stitches that you put on your stitch holder earlier and you're going to separate them onto 3 of your double pointed needles. And the way I do it is I will put 1 stitch on my first needle because I have 9 stitches here, and 3 stitches on my next double pointed needle, and then on my last double pointed needle I'm going to add the last 5 stitches. And 5. Okay, so before we can pick up the stitches in our thumb gusset here, we're going to knit around the stitches that we've already pulled onto our double pointed needles from the stitch holder. So go ahead, take your working yarn, and you can make this tight by pulling the yarn through the bottom of the thumb. And knit through all 9 stitches that you have. Oops, let's pick that one back up. Okay. And the first row is always the hardest, but once you get through the first row, it becomes pretty easy. 4 and 5. Just want to tug that there, tighten that stitch. You're going to move on to your next needle. One, 2, and 3. Okay, and then you're going to move to your last needle that only has the 1 stitch. Okay, and we'll knit that 1 stitch. Okay, now we are going to pick up the stitches from the thumb gusset, the hole that we left earlier. And you can see, it might be a little difficult, but we're going to pick up 4 stitches from this opening and you're going to put them onto this needle. And the 4 stitches that you're going to pick up are here. This is the first stitch, okay, and it's the one in the middle between the stitch on your needle and the 2 cast on stitches that you did. So this will be the first stitch. Here's going to be your second stitch, your third stitch, and your 4th stitch. Okay, and we're going to do that together now. And it takes a little bit of time. It's just this way it helps you to prevent having holes in your thumb. So we're going to pick up these 4 stitches, and it's okay if you end up with holes. Maybe you didn't pick up the right stitches, or something happened. You can always just weave in the ends and sew up those holes later. So let's go ahead and pick up this first stitch. Okay, and we're going to knit that stitch onto our needle that only has the 1 stitch from before. So we'll go ahead and knit that stitch, and then we are going to pick up the 2 cast on stitches. Okay, this is your first cast on stitch right up here. It's just above the bottom loop, so we're going to pick that one up. Okay, if you can see that, we're going to knit that onto our needle. Okay, and then we need to pick up our second cast on stitch. That one going to be right there. Okay. All right. Pick it up, put it on the needle, knit that stitch. And the last stitch that we'll pick up from the thumb opening is going to be the one in the middle here on the other side. And let's see if you can see that. It is right there. Okay. So pick up that stitch and we'll knit it onto our needle. And that'll be the last stitch that you pick up from the thumb opening. And now we have 5 stitches on our first needle, 3 on the second. Instead of 1 on the last one, we now have 5 stitches because we picked up 4 from inside that thumb opening. Okay, so now we're going to join in the round, and this is going to be our second round. And the way you're going to join in the round is take the first stitch on your first needle and the one that you picked up from the middle in the thumb opening, and you just join it together. And then you can knit all the way around, and that'll be your second row. All right, I hope this helped.